God, we'll take Ryan.
Get a hold of you. So if you just walk forward and give it to me.
Is Channel 3 News.
Exclusive, dramatic pictures from inside a plane as it goes down in Apple Creek, Ohio. Good evening and thanks for joining us.
The plane with about 30 people on board went down in a cornfield near Worcester this afternoon. Channel 3's Obi Shelton is back from the crash scene and is in the newsroom with details. Obi.
Kim, no one was seriously hurt, but the home video taken by a passenger gives you a real feel for the sudden terror in the DC-3 plane as it dropped to the ground. This is what passenger Paul Ferguson saw and taped shortly after takeoff on what was supposed to be a fun plane ride.
Some trees came into the corner of my eye, and it was obvious that we weren't climbing, and we felt the plane hit the trees. It was kind of a hard jolt. A couple seconds after we hit the trees, the plane really started to fall, and we were looking down at the corn and like a second later, and there was a lot of some crying and screaming a few seconds later, but everybody seemed to file off the plane in a real organized manner, and we just wanted to get away from the airplane because we thought it might be a fire and it could be a lot worse.
You can see how the plane skidded sideways when it landed. The pilot had the most serious injury, a cut to his head. He declined comment. Locals say the plane ride was part of a promotion for the Wycliffe Bible translators. The passengers' fare from several aircraft rides paid for church work overseas. This plane was just used for missionary work in Brazil, and it was to be flown to Africa for more missionary work in about a month. One passenger says the engine on the other side of the plane from Paul Ferguson lost power. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. We'd like to thank Paul Ferguson for sharing his story and his video with us. He says he enjoys airplanes and took the opportunity today to ride a classic propeller-driven DC-3. He says he took his video camera along to capture the sensation of takeoff and landing. Kim.
And boy, did he capture a sensation. Thank you, Obi.
Sure.
The pages of history continue to turn in the Soviet Union.